All right, welcome to another song title challenge where the question is, climbers, how would you write this one? We've got lots of titles that go in our hook books. If we don't get to them right away, if they don't get the kind of, they needed energy to get in the hook book.
Right.
Then when we go back and look at the hook book, if they don't quickly get converted into some right, they sort of wilt like lettuce in our hook books. Is that right?
That's right.
And then we just kind of forget, like, well, that's old. We just feel like it's old because it is old. It's been there for a while, but it doesn't mean it didn't have merit. And so this exercise, you go back in your hook books. This is what you should be doing either before you get into a write, or sometimes it happens when somebody throws out something in a write, right? When you're writing with the artist, they're like, no, I really love this title. And you're like, oh, you can't say, let's go to lunch. You can't say, what else you got? Because this is the artist and we're going to write this right here. So that's why we call this song title challenge. We cook up 5 or 6 different angles for this, have a good time doing it, use all of what we say, use none of what we say. It's entirely up to you. We do demand an invite to the number one party. That's our only requirement.
That's right.
Send your titles in to info@daredevilproduction.com. Send your titles into info. Did I say that? Info@daredevilproduction.com. Okay. Sorry, I was a late flight last night and a full shoot day yesterday. My brain's melted right now. I'm broadcasting from Arizona, y'all. So I'm down here for a writing festival, and Brent and I are stacking up episodes all day, and this is going to be comical.
There we go.
But send your titles into info@daredevilproduction.com. Production is singular. There is no S. If you know how to type, your ring finger is going to want to put that S in there and put STC or song title challenge into the subject line so it gets into the right folder. If you don't, it won't. Brent, I'm super excited.
Yes.
About our guest today, who is, by the way, right off the bat, we're starting with Grace. That's not her name, but that's what she is, because that's what she's offering, because I'm very, very late to this because I've been scrambling after I literally got in at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I had a couple drinks with my buddy that's here. And so I'm not operating on all pistons right now. I'm just going to say that out loud right now, Donna, just so you know. Forgive me.
That's
But
all
you've
right.
already offered a whole lot of forgiveness already.
No forgiveness needed. I'm so excited to be with you guys. And honestly, like, this is the creative world. Now songwriters encouraging all of us, we should be on time for our co-writes. However, if you're late for a podcast, it's just because you're a creative and you get all the grace you need.
Thank you.
There we go.
Bless your heart. So who is this? I mentioned her name, but we don't have we need to know, like, put the weight on it. This is incredible.
So today's guest is, getting to be an old friend of mine. I think we met years ago at NSEI. We met again through songwritingpro.com, through some stuff, and just started getting reacquainted with her and her music, and her wonderful husband, who's an Arkansan like me, and he's awesome. And so now we're co-writers and friends, but which feel blessed to be in the room with them, because our guest today was just up for a Dove Award for Song of the Year. The artist is Sunday Drive. The single is Grace and Goodness. So did really well, and it was nominated for that. She and her husband Zane are, two halves of the duo, Zane and Donna King, which gives away the name. They're on Sotown Records and putting out singles there and doing well in that world. She writes, she writes country, she writes CCM, she writes Southern gospel, she'll write whatever, and she'll write it well. And so I'm glad to introduce to the Climb, Donna King. Welcome to the Climb.
Donna King, welcome.
That's right. Climbing.
Thank you for saying yes.
I'm honored that you asked. Are you kidding? And super humbled. I mean,
oh my God,
I'm sitting in the room with some amazing humans, and it's just awesome to get to share that with you. And of course, like Brent mentioned, Zane, he actually has a brother for Razorback Pain and Razorback Victories to share with. So it's been great.
we talk on Saturdays. We text on Saturdays a lot during the season.
Right. Go Arkansas.
That's
Come on,
right.
Go Kansas. Yeah. All right. So this is Song Title Challenge. We give you the rundown before, but climbers send in their song titles, and we work this stuff out. It's a fun, creative exercise, guys. Keep all of what we want, keep none of what we want. Are you ready? Are you ready to go?
Let's do it. We just want to model what hopefully happens at the beginning of a co-write.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Great.
It's the difference between a good song and a great song.
Hopefully
And
so.
it could take the most mundane title, which I'm not gonna use because I have been called out for always using the same title. So you 2 pop in anytime you want here to save me. Throw me a
Yes.
life vest. But it can take the most mundane title and turn it into the most epic song,
Mhm.
iconic song. It really is about the angle because a lot of titles you're not winning before you're spinning.
Mhm.
Or for me, even if it's a title where it's just so, oh, when you first see the title, you're like, I know where this is gonna go,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
Mhm.
what? Like the one you wrote with Chris Tiscarano and I can't
Oh,
pronounce his name right.
was Drink You on My Mind?
And Hacker, yeah, drink you on my mind. And you're like, oh yeah, okay. I'm sure I'm gonna hear this for the 1,400th time. And it's like,
Right.
oh no.
A
Wait,
little twisty, a little something
Oh, I
different.
like that. It's an ambush, right?
I love it.
So today's title comes from a I'm looking at his signature right here. He's a TEDx speaker
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
coach. His name's
Oh,
Fox Beyer,
Oh, Fox, yeah.
and he's also it looks like
Yeah, Fox is a member of songwritingpro.com and obviously
okay,
a climber. So, hey, Fox.
and he's a handsome son of a gun because I'm seeing his picture right here. I love it, Fox. Thank you for sending this in. The title, guys, is Local Honey.
Oh, okay.
Local Honey.
ooh.
That well, Johnny, you normally give your hot take at the beginning.
I give
You
my
want to do
hot
that
take. So
so I don't step on
already
it?
off the bat. So you know what? I like this. I like this. I don't feel like I've heard this before.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not always right on that, but I like this because right off the bat, I can kind of think of an interesting angle. I'm
Mhm.
gonna let you guys start unless we get a little speed bump, and then I'll start. But um, I'm very interested to see where this goes. I like. I mean, I want to when I see this title, I want to listen to what they did with it. You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too because I am pretty sure, and I'm pulling up my hookbook right now. I'm pretty sure it's that title is buried in my hookbook somewhere. So,
Oh, well, hold on.
Yes.
Already,
yeah.
Fox, you are in the presence of greatness, sir.
Well, I don't know about
Great
that,
minds,
but
Fox. Great minds.
yeah, I want to do a quick search for it so I can see like how old is that? Where is that? I'll have to figure out how to do the find. I want to do that real quick. So, I have over I don't know, getting close to 5,000. Let me see if it's
Wow.
in here or if I'm just lying. It's looking. It's looking. Yes, where is it? Oh, it's 2,157. So it is
Wow.
like over halfway back and I haven't gotten to it yet. Good,
Ooh.
Fox. This is going to make me think about it.
Well, you know what? Now Fox is helping you help him.
Or
Uh,
something. I don't know.
with
Just
the
Fox,
title.
just go write it if we're helpful at all.
Hey,
Exactly.
there's 3 number 1 hits with the name Fire. Let's remember
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
Titles can be used more than once. Just when you
mhm.
write yours, try to make it the very best it could humanly possibly be. So yours is the one that's spinning on the radio.
Oh, yeah, it's funny because I'm listening for through songs right now for our Play for Publisher event, which is going on, which Donna, I mean, you're familiar with, I know, and um, somebody, it's all these songs coming through, and of course, like today, I was listening to one, and title popped up. I'm like, oh, I like just wrote that this week.
Oh,
But
wow.
which I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to text them or email them or whatever. But totally different angle. I was like, oh, okay, good.
We
That's
can
kind of my
still,
fear is that I'll
still
have one in the bank, that has the same title and same idea, and somebody's gonna get, um, offended. So anyway, I was like, whoo, okay, totally different angle. We're good. We're good to go. And it's a well-known phrase, so it's not super weird. But anyway, so local honey. First thing I think of Fox, which is probably what I've been thinking for like 15 years or however long I've had that in my hookbook.
Since
you think
2,153.
Yeah, exactly. Out of close to 5, but is just the local girls, right? Coming in, local honey. It's it's the redneck country thing, and you may have your city honey or whatever, but nothing like that local honey. Talking about girls, so that's like I think the kind of probably the most obvious one for country
yes.
market is the local honeys kind of thing.
Okay, I can add to that because that was like
Yes.
I'm gonna springboard off that idea that you had because that's the one that came to me initially.
Hmm.
Was I know because I have, like, I got horrible sinuses my whole life, and as, a
Yeah.
touring musician back in the day, you meet a lot of different people, and they're
Mm,
wonderful people, and when they find stuff out, on your whatever your particular ailments might be,
mhm.
and we've all got a couple, they've all
Yeah.
got a solution, right? And so
Yes.
for me, my sinuses are like I'm not like horribly allergic to anything, but I'm mildly allergic to everything across the board. Like multiple prick tests at the
Yeah.
Mayo Clinic. I mean, I've been up to the top, and they're like, "Yeah, we just don't know why it's such a mess up there." But
This world is not your home, Johnny.
yeah, yeah. So, of course, one of the most common ailment fixes that people would say was like, "You need to have local honey. You need to
Mhm,
have local honey." So I was thinking on the line of the local girls, the hometown girl,
mhm,
is that what if you took that allergy analogy?
mhm.
See what I did
The allergy analogy,
there?
yes.
And you're like allergic to being in love. You're allergic to
Mm.
getting married. You know what I mean? You're like, you always been just, you're like sort of describing the guy's describing himself as a player, or maybe not a
Yeah.
player, but just a consummate bachelor,
Mhm.
and then local honey cured it, right? Like
That's
something
funny.
along that line, like here she was, and that's what happened.
Okay, so I love that, and I love
Mhm,
that. I was thinking same kind of thought process as there's nothing better than local honey.
mhm,
And so I was thinking if you narrow it to like a relationship
mhm,
and kind of give it that current vibe that, people sing about the tension in a relationship, that you could actually take it in the direction of that he tried to go out and far
mhm,
away
Oh,
and do all that and make it work. But
mhm,
man, everything he tried, there no matter what city he was in. I went to California and met
mhm.
this girl, and there's nothing like local honey. I can't
Yeah,
let her go. She
they
make
can't they can't
she
relate
makes
to me
everything well.
like local honey. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I
I like
love
that.
that. Yes.
Kinda combines both of those thoughts, but narrows
Mhm.
it to one girl, which,
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
instead of like so I don't
The
know.
player, yeah.
I don't
I
know.
like that.
I
And so,
like
hey,
that.
one more thing, Donna, on this stuff. By the way, you're absolutely free to put any words in front of or behind the
Cool.
title
Oh,
Mhm,
to
cool.
twist, to turn, to churn, to make some butter, whatever you
mhm.
want. Okay. So another thing I was thinking of was a comma, local honey.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
so, okay, so this is going on for me right now in
Oh,
my life, right? Like the
honey.
last quarter of this year, Janelle and I have been traveling so much, right? Here I
Mhm,
am down in Arizona, and everybody's like, we had a great Thanksgiving. We didn't travel the week before that, but my family came in for my sister's 50th. We were all in Denmark together. We
mhm.
did all this stuff. And so everybody's like, what are you doing for Christmas? And I'm like, not a damn thing. Like for Christmas,
Yeah.
we are going to be in our pajamas, having picnics on our bed, watching movies, like leaving the phones in the air. We're just going to
Yeah,
unplug and chill out, and we're gonna keep it local, honey.
honey. Right.
Okay,
I
that
like that.
is I really like that because that's completely unexpected and not it's that thing that you just talked about at the beginning where you like see a title and you think you know what it's going to be about, but then
Mhm,
it's not. It's more about just a love story of being home with you, which I
Yeah,
mhm,
think that's actually more pitchable because the idea of a relationship that doesn't have the tension that we just
mhm.
man, we're tired and we've been doing this and that and let's just be local, honey.
yes,
Then
Yeah.
you
and
could,
we can describe all the things local,
yeah, like the
Mhm.
hometown love, all the
Yeah,
hometown love. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I
I
love
mean,
that.
because that could be because I was thinking, what else can because obviously the first thing to think of is all like a romantic relationship. Okay, but honey is just anything sweet, right? So it's talking about that local honey. It's if you build it right, where it doesn't just have that connotation, but it's like running down to mom's place for just to drop in and say hi. It's the kids at the house. It's
Oh, I love
like he's like he's been all over the world, sowing his wild oats or whatever, but then nothing really as sweet as he found as kind of that local honey, almost kind of thing, or that. Um, so it's that love local, but also like family and the hometown and all that kind of stuff too,
uh,
which would be fun.
there's some things you cannot buy with money.
Mm,
Local honey.
local honey. Oh,
local
that
honey,
just
yeah.
happened. That just dropped the mic, Donna, and walk away. Just drop the mic. and walk up that staircase like it's a big stage.
Yeah.
And Brent and I will hum your walk-off music.
Gosh.
It's perfect. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-da.
I love it.
Love
My
it.
I like that. So, okay, so what can we do to
studio,
do
though, it
some
would be super anticlimactic. There's only
Yeah.
3, I think maybe 2 or 3 steps walking out of the studio. I have to go real
Right.
slow.
but it
Right.
doesn't look like that though. It looks huge. It's this
It is
huge
It does.
staircase as far as from our angle. It's
That's
huge.
Right.
oh, let's see.
Yeah, you know what? Gosh, now just me doing Johnny, I forgot my own damn thought. What I had in my head.
You have a picnic on your bed with your wife and watch.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. Okay, so what's the opposite of honey? You said honey's sweet. We got sour, right? So we can
Yeah,
put
bitter.
something, bitter before it, and then
Yeah, like kind of like I was playing with a little bit of like, wild oats and local honey. Or bitter.
Okay,
something
but
local honey.
okay, so what if it's a song that is putting the girl on a pedestal, but it's an ambush. You're starting out with all the things that maybe make you bitter, right? Like she does this, she does that,
Yeah.
and just all those things in a relationship that drives you crazy about her. But then at the end of the day, there's just nothing sweeter than local honey, and so it's all like how you make the juices worth the squeeze kind of a song.
Yeah.
Well, and that works with what Brent said about wild oats, because if you put local honey on wild oats, that's really a good combination. So
Yeah.
actually, like,
oh, look at that! I took it out some of my wild oats, and they didn't taste half as good until I put the local honey on them.
yes,
Oh!
of the fact that he's, that he has to put up with that crazy side of her because she's wild oats and local honey. She makes it
Yeah.
perfect,
That's funny. I
Oh,
like
that's like
that.
just the right amount of, wild.
Yeah.
That's right. Just the right amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that, and of course, birds and the bees and honey.
Yeah.
There's that.
Oh my
And
gosh. Yeah.
I also think of like, see, Johnny is a survivor of the hair metal days, a front man for a hair metal band. And
Perfect.
so I think of that. So I think of like Motley Crue and that kind of stuff. And it could totally just be an unrepentant player from, like 4 out-of-state plates and local honey, just rock song like Girls, Girls, Girls or something like that, which would be,
that
just
would be super awesome too.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Like, like a girl in every port kind of a thing, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Out-of-state plates and local honey,
It could be
Okay,
a drug song.
I'll call
that's
you next time I'm local, honey. I'll call you next time I'm local, honey.
Oh, there you go. There's another way to do the comma.
I love that. No, you need to take the stairs, Brent. Take the stairs. Take that one. I love that so much. Yeah, that would be
body chop and then the point.
Oh,
right.
yeah. What if it's like, call me next time you're local, honey. Like
Honey.
next time you're in town. So like,
true.
almost a, I mean, it could be, I wrote this song with Matt Bailey. Johnny, you probably heard the Gypsy Rain, but it's the kind of the guys in the hometown, and she comes through like this dry
I heard
desert
it
town.
too. You played it for me.
Oh, okay, cool. And she comes through like Gypsy Rain. What if it's kind of that perspective where she's the one kind of traveling the world, and he's like, call me next time you're local, honey. Almost like he'll be the local honey kind of thing. But I don't know. I mean, it could go either gender, but it feels like a guy
as a girl, I could see a female artist singing it and saying, you know what, you're running and you're going and you're running wild. And I know because he might really want her, right? But he just doesn't stay. And she says, don't call me till you're local, honey.
Yes.
Like until you're ready to put down roots.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because I won't just be your local. Because I won't just be your local honey. Like I'm not just gonna be your port here in town.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because he totally loves her, but she's not ready to settle down yet.
Or vice versa. Whoever the person
wait.
that's there is like Donna was saying, like maybe she's telling the guy, she's like, okay, I'm not gonna just be your local honey. Like call me when you're ready to stay local. honey kind of
I
thing. Like,
love that.
I need
You
some
could use
commitment.
local people,
I'm
of
not
course.
cheap, right?
Love it.
We want to
I
write
That's
the
think,
cool.
song now.
put
That's
down
cool.
roots, all that kind of stuff. You can get that really kind of earthy kind of country imagery, ready to put down roots, blah 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 blah. Then
What was the angle on the Morgan Wallen song?
More than my hometown.
More than my hometown.
Yeah.
I love her, but not more than my hometown. So it's kind of like it could be
Yes.
that sentiment,
Hmm.
Yes.
right?
Written
Yeah.
differently. Yeah.
Like I love you, but I'm not leaving here.
Yeah.
So she wants to go here and she wants to go there, but I love this and I love that. And you know what? Like I just want to be local,
Well,
honey.
and it
Yeah.
could be like because of what Brent, it almost could also go into that thought that Brent said earlier, where like, this is where that is where I grew up. This is where the farm is. This is where,
Hmm.
all the thing, like my parents, not that you'd say parents in the song, but, like this is where the family is. This is where we go
Hmm.
on. That's the pew we sit in on Sundays, kind of thing. And, I gotta be where everything is, like you said, is rooted, is connected,
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay. You just reminded me of the thing I forgot about,
Okay,
There
Donna.
we go.
yay.
So, okay, for Southern Gospel,
Hmm.
it could be CCM, but I'm just thinking Southern Gospel right now because what came into my mind was Neil Diamond's "Hot August Night,"
Okay.
right? Like that the lyric with that, "Hot August night, the leaves on the ground, the grass on the ground, the leaves hanging down, uh, uh, smelling sweet," right? And
Hmm.
it's all about a revival. It's
Yes.
about
Okay.
childhood remembering of a revival,
Love
of a
that.
preacher. And so, what if the local honey is the preacher? Like, what if it's like,
Hmm.
I don't know how you juxtapose. Like, maybe you talk about everything that happened during the week, or you're just like, it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, but on Sunday we get some local honey
Hmm.
from
I
Well,
this guy
love
there's
that.
or this girl, and
y-
and it's just like boom.
there's a thing about land flowing with milk and honey, right? So there's that
There it
biblical
is. I was
reference.
gonna say
There's
that. Yep.
It's funny because I was thinking of some like Bible references too. I was thinking of you know kind of getting a little more Song of Solomon with it. Yeah, that it's like where it talks about like drink from your own well kind of thing,
There's a
like
there's
of
a
like don't like. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You finish that thought, and then I'm gonna look up the
All right.
title of the Johnny Swim song.
Okay, and it's like, man, be faithful to your wife. Drink from your own well. Only
Mhm.
taste that local honey. Like, and it's going to be so much sweeter
Only
than
take
going
that
out.
local honey.
Of like being faithful and that sort of thing. It's like it makes me think like, in a way, it'd probably still be kind of too risque for like a Southern thing. You might be
Yeah.
able to get away with this some CCM because
It could be
Southern is pretty.
bluegrass.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
bluegrass would make
And it could
real good
totally
sense
be
for
a
that.
bluegrass
There you
thing.
go. There you
Hmm.
go.
She could
Uh-huh.
And
kind of,
like, I don't need to go sow my wild oats, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be faithful.
I
Only,
love that. I love that. Okay,
You
so
could also okay, you wanna talk about shifting, um, unexpected stuff, like, you could do a total, like, hardcore rock song where you're setting up, as if you're speaking about, like, groupies and the
hmm
wildlife and all that, but you're like, "No, no, I just keep it local, honey." Like,
hmm
it's just all about you and me. It could be like a rock love song,
yes.
that could work too. It could be a little dirtier, a little edgier,
hmm
that way, which would
Yeah.
be fun.
The Johnny
yeah.
Swim song, for anybody who's ever heard of Johnny Swim, they're just super cool singer-songwriters, and the name of the song is Hummingbird. I was thinking about
Hmm.
when Brent said the birds and the bees, I was like, too, because it says, the birds are humming. There's so many cool rhymes that, sort of like those slanted sort of almost
hmm
rhymes that you could go with local honey, and I
yeah.
Huh.
mean, that's hummingbirds. I mean, there's so many cool little sweet things, but I also love that rock. I mean, this is what's amazing about songwriting
hmm
is that a title could go. Obviously, we've covered metal, not quite, but like rock,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
hmm
Covered country, we've covered CCM possibility, and
hmm
maybe we need to dig deeper
Bluegrass.
on that
Yeah.
one. That would be fun, but bluegrass, Southern gospel, because yeah, I mean, I love the thought of the preacher or the church or that
hmm
that's where we get our local honey. I love that too. So all these ideas are so good.
I
Hello.
know.
Right?
this is fun and also frustrating. Because like I can't
Well,
right.
this is
Come
okay.
on.
I will
Right.
say this, Donna King, to your credit, this is one of the few. Like we have all these episodes are really really cool, and a lot of times we got to dig ditches, man, to
Mhm.
get to that platinum. But I feel like this is one of the few episodes where, yeah, the frustration part is there. These are all really good. You could go
Yeah.
any way with this, and I would say, yeah, like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go. Like that's so
It
Awesome.
fun.
so much it just depends on
It's about the
where you
room.
place it. Like, and it
I'm
could be like a I'm thinking of like a bluegrass or a country thing, almost maybe a Garth Brooks, Alabama Clay kind of song, but the story song about the guy that's, he's working in the city, whatever, and just thinking, missing that local honey and it's where the roots are and da da da. But ultimately, it's the girl.
oh,
It could be that kind of thing
to
too.
me
It's
that is the
story
strongest.
song.
Yeah, to me that's
Yep.
the cuttable one right there. Although they
Mm.
all are, I think. But I
Yeah, it
think
just depends. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I think it's just yeah. Now, tell me the gentleman's name again. That were Frank. What did you say?
Fox.
Fox.
Fox,
Fox.
Fox Buyer.
That's a
Hmm.
super cool name, Fox.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you,
It's a rock star name.
you
It's
got
a freaking rock star name. He should be a lead singer in a hair band if
you're
he's
the
not.
artist, Fox, and you need the three of us to write it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
keep them
saying.
coming.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. That opens up a can of worms over the local honey because
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, we're going to co-write with every single song title. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Right. It's like said,
Nervous.
yeah, says the guest who was like, I won't be here for the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's
And
fun.
they don't have
Well,
me back, and I'm like, why? And then I'm like, oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Exactly.
Who's this
It's
guy?
like, do you want me to check the transmission while I'm under this bus?
Slap a new set of seat
Give it an
covers on
oil
the car.
change?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Check the brake lines.
I toured in a full-blown bus there for many, many years with a full-time
Mhm.
Christian music thing. And we used to say that when you get under the bus, that's where you
Mhm.
find the made in sign.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
it's always made in hell.
Yeah.
Direct from hell. Yeah.
Yes.
This thing was made in because every time it breaks, it's like, oh, okay, now I've got to mortgage the house. But anyway,
Oh, that's
have
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, you guys, we got some great looks at
Yeah,
this.
this was
I mean,
fun.
It
great
was
look.
really
You're
fun.
amazing, Donna. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I'm honored to be in the room with you too.
Oh my God, this was such a good time because I'm a little banged up from last night. And this is like I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I just
There you
love
go.
hanging with you. So where can people find you, Donna and Zane?
They can
Mhm.
find us at zaneanddonnaking.com, just all one word, zaneanddonnaking.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, same name. And just come along for the ride with us. We love people, and our hope and our prayer is that whatever we do, it encourages somebody else just a little bit in some way, make you
Mhm.
smile, make you think, whatever that is. So we'd
Yeah.
love to meet everybody who wants to come along. So Zane and
Hey,
Donna.
So where
I
are
was
you
gonna
guys?
say,
Go
current
ahead.
single is Every Miracle and Mystery, correct? On Stone
Yes.
Records,
Yes.
impacting Southern
Okay.
Gospel Radio right now. So,
Impacting.
Oh, congrats.
It just went out a little bit ago, and it just land on the charts yesterday. We got that news.
awesome.
So it's starting to do the climb.
Congratulations.
It's doing the
That's
climb.
right. Yes,
Yes. Ah! We practice what we preach here, y'all.
that's right.
That's right. So, do you guys have any local gigs? Any local honey happening in Nashville in the next month?
Not in Nashville right now. We've got a lot of things in the works. We're finally getting back on the road next year. But you know
Okay.
what we're singing tonight? I have to tell you guys because it's special to me. My mom has dementia.
Mhm.
Actually
Okay.
wrote a song about it called "You to Me." So think on that title.
Mhm.
But
Wow.
anyway, we are singing at her skilled nursing tonight. We're doing their Christmas dinner. So Zane and I
Oh.
appearing down in downtown Franklin at the skilled nursing. If anybody wants to come.
Oh my gosh. I would totally come out to that, but I'm in Phoenix. But I want to come see you guys. I want to come see you because
It's
you're
great.
local. So, like, if you,
Keep
whenever,
an eye on that schedule because we
let us know. Yeah, let us know.
plan it out.
Hit me up, email, whatever. Shoot me a text. You got my number now, so just let us know because Jen All and I'll swing by.
That's awesome. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Taking some of that love. Come on. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of another song title challenge. Send your titles into info@daredevilproduction.com. Put STC or song title challenge in the subject line so it gets in the right folder. If you don't, it won't. Donna King, you're amazing. Thank you for saying yes.
Thank you for
And this
letting
podcast
me.
exists because we want you to win. So
Have a great one.
you're welcome. And
Have
so
a great
Donna says, our good friend here, keep on climbing.
And
That's
we'll see
right.
you at the top.